Assalamu alaikum guys. Hi guys, this is Sara here, and I promised you guys I was going to drop a video which had some tips, some advice, some legalities, just some things you might need to know in order to start and run your own home food business. Intro about me. I'm Sara. I own, run, manage Homemade Savories by Sara. I've been doing it for about 8 years. So everything I tell you in this video is just things I've learned along the way, things I've researched, things that I've been told. So hopefully these tips, this advice will help you guys out. Don't hold me to anything I say in this video because it's still up to you guys to do your own research. I'm not a professional. I'm not expert in anything I'm going to talk about right now. Like I said, it's just stuff I picked up along the way that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so we are going to be talking about 3 things. And these 3 things are things that are needed in order to start and run your own home food business. Number 1 is the council, which is the Food Standards Agency. Number 2 is the HMRC. And number 3 are insurances, different types of insurances. Number 1 is the council, the Food Standards Agency, your local authority. In this country, it is a legal requirement for you to register yourself with your local council, with your local authority, as a home food business. Now, what I like to advise is don't just register straight away. Actually give them a call and tell them that you're thinking about starting a new food business and you want advice. Now, what they generally do, they'll send one of their officers down who'll sit with you for maybe an hour or 2 and they'll go through things with you. A few things crucial things that they look at in order for you to get that 5, which we all aspire to get. So if you can get as much advice as possible, it's brilliant. And then you go online, you fill in the quick form and you've actually registered yourself as a business. Also, when they actually come down to do one of their checks, they will look if you've got a food hygiene certificate. Now, in the duration of you kind of registering yourself, make sure you get a food hygiene certificate sorted. Now, you can either go online, but I don't actually recommend going online because I've never tried it. I do recommend going and paying whatever the fee is with your local council and doing a food hygiene course. Now, these 6 hours every couple of years that you take out and the information that you actually absorb is really, really crucial because you actually learn a lot and it helps you implement everything, and then it helps you therefore keep everything to a certain standard. So when the Food Standards Agency when one of the officers come, they'll easily be able to go through everything with you. You'll know exactly what you're doing and you'll easily be able to get that 5. The final thing for the council heading is allergens. Allergens. All your products have to have a sticker or a card or a label or something on there listing the allergens. Whether you're selling cupcakes or cookies or biryani or samosas, everything should have a list of allergens written on there. It's a legal requirement for you to sell to any member of the public or anybody. Allergens have to be on there. It's really, really important. Right, so now we're going to move on to heading number 2, the HMRC. So most of us that start food businesses from home, they always start as a hobby. Now, our UK government, the HMRC, have something called the trading allowance, which means the first £1,000 that you earn, gross income, not profit, actually tax-free. You don't have to declare it. You don't have to let them know that you're doing anything from home. It's literally, it's like a hobby income. But the minute it goes past £1,000, it's become more of a hobby. So then you need to sit down and you need to think about what you want to do in terms of, you have to register yourself. Do you want to register yourself as a sole trader, or do you want to register yourself as a limited company? With me, I had no idea. I got myself an accountant. He did everything for me, advised me, set me up, set my payroll up for my employees, registered me, did everything that you need to do. I've not actually done anything myself. So if you're like me, get yourself an accountant. But if you know what you're doing and you can go on the HMRC website and you can put all your details in and do everything yourself, then that's fine. But set yourself up as soon as possible. Next step is to open a business bank account. Most bank accounts have charges every time you make a transaction, some kind of transaction. Somebody pays you, you pay somebody, whatever it is, they usually charge you. But what I've done is I've got my business account. It's an online bank. It's called Metal. Now, it's entirely up to you guys. You could do your own banks, or you can go to something like mine, because the reason I like mine is it's free. I don't pay anything for any kind of transaction. If somebody pays me, I don't pay anything. If I pay somebody, I don't pay anything. There's no fee. There's no monthly fee. There's no yearly fee, and there's no transaction fee. So it just works out for me. But it's up to you guys. But yeah, it's really important to have a business account. All your business expenses will go out of there. All people pay you for your product, whatever it is, it'll come into there. So therefore, it makes it easier for your books. It makes it easier for your receipts. It makes it easier for your accountant. Third heading, insurances. First and foremost is something called public liability insurance. Public liability insurance. When you are selling to the public, you need to have this in place. The reason you need to have this in place is if something was to happen to somebody that ate your food, could be food poisoning, could be an allergic reaction, they could choke on it, it could be anything, and something happens, a person becomes ill, person dies, and their family then choose to sue you. If you have not got insurance in place, you could lose your home, you could lose everything. You could even go to jail. Look, I don't want to scare you guys. That's not my intention here. But I'm giving you the extreme. This is not something that happens on an everyday basis, but I'm giving you the extreme so you are prepared for the worst. You're dealing with food here, and you're dealing with people that are buying your food. So if you get something called public liability insurance, which most insurance companies offer, I think I went to Direct Line and filled in the form. It cost me, I think, 70, 80 quid for the year. I mean, it just, your insurance will depend on the questions that you answer. It depends on what kind of food you're selling. I deal in meats and chickens and stuff, so I think that's a bit more high risk. But you answer the questions, you pay your 50, 60, 70, 80 quid, whatever it is, for the year is nothing in the grand scheme of things if that can protect you, and you are insured. So that is really important. Second insurance is home insurance. Right. So the reason I say home insurance is we live in our homes and we have home insurances. Our home insurances are based on the fact that we live there, not that we conduct business from there. Now, if something was to happen, whether you had an accident or you left something on, half your house burned down, anything could happen because of your business, or whether you were cooking for yourself at home. When the insurance find out, I mean, it comes time for them to pay up. When they investigate and they find out that you were running a business from your home, they are likely to not pay your home insurance, not pay for you to fix your home or for you to buy a new home. So that could be very, very devastating. So the way around that is to just give them a call and let them know that, look, you've got a small hobby, you're doing a bit of cooking from home, you're selling it. Now they'll either say, okay, thank you for letting us know, we're going to note that down, we're going to put that on record, or they'll say, okay, you have to pay this little bit extra, could be whatever it is, but whatever that amount is going to be insignificant compared to the amount you may have to face if they don't pay up if something was to happen to your home. So home insurance. The last heading in insurances is car insurance. Now, if you use your car for your business, whether it's to buy supplies, whether it's to do deliveries, whether it's to whatever it could be for, and something was to happen, again, worst case scenario, you run somebody over, you crash your car, something happens, and when it comes time for the insurance to pay up, or for your insurance to protect you somehow, and they find out you were running your business, you were using your car for business purposes, not for domestic use, so it could cause problems, you could not be covered. Again, you run somebody over, your insurance will usually cover you. You are protected, accidentally, obviously, not if you run somebody over intentionally, but yeah. So it's important you ring your car insurance people and let them know. So if they need to change it into business commercial insurance, then they will. And if they don't, at least they know. Again, that's if you use your car for business purposes. So yeah, car insurance. And that's it. Those were the 3 main points covered. stuff to do with the council and food standards agency, the HMRC, and insurances. Now, other things like marketing, your Facebook pages, Instagram pages, websites, promotions, whatever it is, you guys can figure that out. That's not something that is legal requirement for you to start a home food businesses. Everything I mentioned was stuff that you have to know. Besides that, I hope all my tips helped. I hope that gave you something to think about. I do not mean to overwhelm anybody. It's stuff that you just need to know. And yeah, that's it. And my last bit of advice is work hard, work really hard, because when you work hard, you'll see the fruits of your labor. But don't burn yourself out. Always remember to take out a little bit of time for yourself. That's it. Take care. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.